Hello people and welcome back to episode 6 of our FIFA 20 Crewe Alexandra All 15 Season Youth Career Mode Series. Episode 6, is it? I think it is. I think we're at episode 6 now. Massive month of December ahead, and this is going to be a long one, so get yourself a drink, sit down and enjoy. We've got Norwich in the Carabao Cup, followed by Bolton in the FA Cup, and then Leeson.com Trophy semi-final against Blackpool. We've got some league fixtures against Mansfield, Stevenage, Macclesfield, Salford and Scunthorpe. So pretty busy month ahead. Let's dive straight into it. And first of all, before we do that, we do have some training available. So let's bring these guys in. And De Groot and Van den Bosch getting some nice increases on their stats. It's going to be important for them. English scout Sam Harrison has reported back with some new recruits. Let's have a look at these guys. We've got Reece Martin, looks like nothing special. Jay Thomas, again, just kind of flicking through these. There's nothing really outstanding. Tyler Green seems to be alright. But again, we are so short on funds at the moment that we can't actually bring any of these players in. So it's going to be a no for the moment. Fabio Perez is looking not too bad at the minute. Decent agility, acceleration, sprint speed and balance are all alright. And there's some decent curve in there and free kick accuracy and long passer in the oranger colour rather than the red. Let's bring him into the squad. The sooner he gets game time the better. Finishing off another round of training. Meyer is going to get a couple of A grades there. So with Meyer's recent spike in form and his huge surge in overall, now making him the joint best player alongside Masulu and Powell in the team, Meyer is going to take that left wing spot ahead of Kirk. He can't replace Powell. Somebody goes, actually, maybe we could switch these two. But Meyer has been playing well out on the left, so we'll see if he continues to do so. Team to play Norwich, pretty standard at this point in the season. Big fixture, another Premier League team. So having already knocked Arsenal and Leicester out of this competition, looking to claim our third Premier League scalp of the season. And it's going to be a tough game, I think. It's usually the kind of smaller Premier League teams that you come up against, and Meyer can't really control that, but he's going to win a throw-in from it. Ooh, and that's a strange effort. I wanted him to kind of hit that first time with his foot, but he went for the looping header. We've got Jones in the middle of the park now. I think Porter is also the... oh, that's a great bit of dribbling. Porter is also the top scorer in the cup competition as well. Norwich holding possession well, and they're playing some decent balls through. Hugo Mayo has signed for Norwich. That's a bit of a sign. Of course, the legend that is Pukki is playing today as well. So it looks as though it's a fairly strong Norwich City first team, and we've got players down the wings here. Powell. Looks as though Perry is making a run back in. Oh, and Perry is just behind him. Jones. Here is Meyer. And Porter to turn. That's a good save from Farmer. It's going to go out for a corner. That was that ball from Powell was just slightly behind Perry Ing, and he couldn't get his foot around it. Let's waste this corner. We're not going to score from it. Never seem to. Oh, that's a dodgy touch from Nolan. Lancashire. Meyer. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Norwich aren't particularly dominating. That's a couple of decent chances, and Masuda's going to win that header in midfield. Powell's going to get back to it. And Porter is going to be able to head it on. Back into the middle. Oh, what a save. That would have been a lovely goal had that had gone in. That was a great little flowing move. One-touch football from Crewe. Here is Perry, the captain. Feeds it into midfield. It's Green. Maya. Oh, and he can't feed it through back to the Dutchman, unfortunately. Very strange to see Hugo Mayo playing for Norwich City. I don't know if that's, yeah, that's Andreas Pereira as well from Manchester United playing for Norwich. Although based on his current real life form, it's probably where he belongs. Oh, and that's a great little touch from Masulu just to knock it past. And there's no one really. Here is Porte, he's going to get knocked off the ball easily. I'd have kind of run out of options there. I don't really want to play the ball through with risk of losing it, but it wasn't to be. That's a great challenge from Masulu. But he can't retain the ball. There's Pookie on the ball and he's fed it through and he's going to feed Hernandez out on the right, on the left. Maya makes no attempt for the ball. That's a great deception from Jones. And we can run here now if Maya is able to get a decent run on. It's not the greatest ball through from Masulu, and we'll chase that down though. Force Farman to kick it out. That's a good. The what? Oh, it was. I thought it was a foul. It's half time. Well, half time. It is 0-0, and nothing really for either team in the first half to write home about. It's always been. It was always going to be a bit of a tasty affair. And it's been pretty castrated so far. And that's a good ball through onto the right wing. It'd be good if in our first season we could even just get a little bit of income from the cup competitions and maybe even go on to win one. That's a good interception from Lancashire. Myri's sitting back very deep. It's not where I want him to be. Masulu can get a ball through here. He's just going to cut it back to dummy the defender. It's a heavy touch from Porter. But goalkeeper Farman is going to collect it and distribute it. With a great pass as well. Oh, and Green's going to nip in and take it off the toes of the... Oh, and he just couldn't get the skill move to get past the Norwich defender. Maya's had a pretty quiet game, which is not what you really want when you've just been promoted into the first team. Oh, that's a good touch from Perry. He can't keep it in, but he will put it out for a throw. Looks like Norwich are going to make a substitution now. It's Leitner coming on for Tribal. That should be Skylines' ball. He decides to punch it. Oh, that's a bad challenge from the Norwich player, Benudia. Benudia, however you pronounce that. Maya just getting away from him. And again, every ball at the minute is just well defended by Norwich. We can't make any of those usual piercing runs that we are so famous for in League One. It's a good ball through. That is a good ball. Porto, the shot. Oh, it's well over. It is well over. And with that break in play, I think it's time to make a substitution. Maya not having the greatest game is going to give way to Kirk, and De Graaf is going to come on as well. I'm pretty sure we are straight to penalties in this competition, if I'm not mistaken. There is no replay, and there is no extra time. We will just go straight to the shootout, which is not the first option. Here is Kirk now, his first touch of the ball. Oh, he's got a nice little run. He couldn't get past Brown. And the Graf's going to pick that up. It's not the ideal ball from Green. But we do win a corner on the 73rd minute. De Graaf with the delivery. It's a strange pass out, and we are not going to retain possession. Yes, we are. No one is going to pick it up again. Oh, and that's great control from Kirk. He can feed a ball into Porter. And Porter is going to put us 1-0 up with 15 minutes to play. What horrendous defending from Norwich to let Kirk through there. Great little touch, and he sends the defender to Afghanistan. And just kind of sweaty. But what a massive goal that could be to put Crewe 1-0 up against Norwich with 15 minutes to go. Chris Porter again with the goal, and it's his 5th goal in the Carabao Cup. It looks as though Abel Hernandez is going to make way for somebody. Can't see who that is. And we do need to be careful here now of just how many men we commit forward. I really don't want to go to a penalty shootout with these players. In Porter we trust for penalties, but as for the rest of the squad, I can't really speak to their abilities. But Kirk involved almost immediately when he came on the pitch for winning the goal. That's great defending from Nolan. Staying in position, Masula's getting chased down here by Buenida. And that's a good one from Porter. He can collect it on the right side of Zimmerman here. He is going to keep it. There's no one in the middle of the box to play it back to. But we are going to retain possession with the throw-in anyway. Get Adebayo to play a ball out. That's a good ball through to Green. We can get it back through. Powell should win that. But it's only back to the Norwich midfielder. And 2 minutes left. We're 2 minutes from taking our 3rd Premier League scalp of the season. That should be it, and we do. We advance in the Carabao Cup. Norwich City. Another name under the belt for Crewe. Great result. What a win. Nicked it with Porter in the end, but we advance nonetheless. So the next game now, FA Cup against Bolton. And the team to play, we are going to have, I know it's a slight rotation. Mendes is going to come on for Porter, but Porter will be on the bench should his services be needed. Masulu is going to be rested, and Green is going to be rested as well. I'm probably going to rest Nolan too for Sass Davis. Just so we're getting a little bit of rotation in because the games are thick and fast. We're against Bolton at Sanderson Park, this enormous arena that has some similarities in aesthetic appearance to the Reebok Stadium anyway. But playing in quite the arena for Bolton. So we've got one fixture down this weekend, and Winter is going to be in through here. Oh, it's a terrible shot. Wintle dragging it well wide. All the accuracy of a blindfolded maul. Terrible that. So as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by our attacking players, was that we've got one win in our 3 cup games this episode. And I think we'll win against Bolton and Blackpool. I can't see us slipping up. And here is Jones with a lot of room. Ooh, it's not a bad attempt from Winter. A lot better than his first one. He's definitely better on his right foot. Have to make sure if he gets into some decent shooting positions that we are using on his right. And that's going to be a good challenge on Meyer. He's going to be easily dispossessed. I should have really intercepted that, and that's a good ball through. That's sliced our defence open. Sass Davis out of position. But Skylines is going to easily collect. And that's a poor distribution. Poor throw, and Bolton are going to be on us again. But again, Adebayo with some good intercepting. Meyer is here now. He can't win it back. But Adebayo with a foul, unfortunately. He did just kind of steamroll into the Bolton defender. That's a terrible ball out. Let's try and build up a little bit of possession play here. Let's move it around the midfield. Just get Edwards some time on the ball. So he and De Graaf are having great breakthrough seasons in this Crewe team. And there is Jones. Good shot, saved by Matthews. It's still going to be Jones, saved again by Matthews. And that should be a throw. He did just manage to keep the ball on the second time of asking there. And Powell can't knock it past Earl, unfortunately. Oh well, that's Perry has been done, and Jones is going to have to trap back here with Earl. This is a great counter-attacking opportunity for Bolton. Oh, and terrible defending. Oh. There was 3 players that could have gone for that then, and none of them did. The goalkeeper, Sass Davis and Adebayo, should have had that. Either one of them has run onto it, caught on the toes, and it's point-blank volley from Bolton, who smash it into the back of the net. 1-0 to Bolton. Got some work to do now. Jones, I'm just going to try and pierce through the middle with them. Meyer is here as well. Here is Jones. He's going to do him. Oh, you can't feed it through. Possibly could have taken a shot there. We need to be careful of this Bolton counter-attack. We've already been hit by once, and that's Lancashire's just going to take out the winger there. That's not the greatest challenge from our key centre-back. Because that was a wicked ball in. There was a lot of pace on that. That's going to go out for a corner as well. And turned a free kick of nothing into potential goal scoring opportunity. We do clear the initial corner. And Abaya's just going to win that, and he can feed Meyer down the wing. Meyer needs a bit of support. He can't run this by himself. De Graaf is going to, or De Menezes is going to get in there. Meyer should have the pace to beat Brockbank. Brockbank's going to get a challenge in. I'm going to play this short. Let the defence move around a bit and let Edwards whip a ball in. There's Lancashire with a shot from 18 yards. Looked as though it was on target. Jones is going to win that. Meyer tries to win the ball, but it's blocked. Oh, and Adebayo has been done. We're having real trouble against Bolton here. But that is a ball through. Meyer. Oh, he should be doing better than that. Could have played it across for De Menezes, but we have had chances, but it's not to be. Half time, 1-0 Bolton. De Graaf is going to come on for the second half, as is Ainley on the right wing. And hopefully those half-time substitutions. And I just give them the ball away because the scorecard was in the way. And that is not going to be... Need to be careful with Lancashire as well. He may have to come off the pitch early, but I don't really want to bring him off so early in the second half. Here is De Graaf. It's Ainley. It's Edwards. Some nice moves here now. Just need someone in the middle. What on earth was that from? I think it was Edwards. I tried to get him on his left foot to whip it into the far corner, but he just miscontrolled it, I think, and passed it out. But the graph is already making a difference. Ainley's not going to be able to control that. Probably the wrong time to use first touch. And the Bolton defender attacker is offside there. Yeah, I'm going to come through again now, and that's a lovely ball over the top. He is onside. It's a terrible crossing. It hits the side netting. And that's my crap defending again. What am I doing passing the ball out like that? But Sass Davis is going to win that ball. Here is De Menezes now. Someone else needs to make a run. Ainley's going to be on the right. And he's going to be taken out. I will take the free kick there. That's going to be a booking for the Bolton defender. We've got a good opportunity to whip something good in here. None of our players can get ahead on it. Edwards is going to be shrugged off the ball easily. And that's a dangerous challenge from Sass Davis. He isn't going to get a booking for it, thankfully. Great interception by Perry. Ainley needs to make a run. There it is. It's a poor ball in, trying to cut it back and whip it behind the defender, but it's behind the attacker in the end. We are going to make a change now. De Menezes is going to switch out to the left, and then Porter is going to come down the middle. Meyer is really tired and not really what we want when we're chasing the game. It's a poor play from Edwards in the middle of the park. And but Bolton are just a different class right now. We had an easier time playing against Norwich, and Sass Davis is going to be on the ball now. And Ainley's making a run there on the right. He's going to collect it. He's come back through the middle. Oh, and for some reason the midfielder ran over it. Who was that? It might have been Wintle, just didn't receive the ball and decided to let it run. Doesn't run anywhere. Need to get some attacking tactics on the run here now. Here is Porter. Wintle's going down the middle. He's going to put it wide, but we're going to keep it in. No, we're not. Oh, I don't believe it. A terrible shot from Wintle puts it out on the wing for De Menezes to whip it back in. And it's behind everyone. Here is De Graaf now. And Porter's going to feed it through for De Graaf. Oh, and Matthews saves it. Matthews saves. You would have put your house on De Graaf scoring there with the season that he's had. He shouldn't have switched it onto his left. He should have just took it with his right in that near bottom corner. Oh, but it doesn't matter anyway. The first corner that we score this season through Ryan Wintle. And that was kind of unexpected. I just whipped that in expecting it to go nowhere. And we equalised with 5 minutes to go. Good challenge, totally unmarked in the middle. He actually takes it looking away from the ball. Good tackles from Wintle. This is going to be his first goal in the FA Cup. And a crucial goal with just a couple of minutes left to play. And they are going to boot it long out to Weir, who will collect this. Make sure Perry gets a good challenge in. Block off any of their runners. Let's get it out to one of our attackers. And Porter can't retain that. And I believe that is going to be... Yeah, it will be a replay against Bolton in the FA. So with that draw giving us another replay against Bolton, we have now had our fixtures shifted around ever so slightly. We're now up against Macclesfield in League 2, followed by Blackpool in the Cup, and then Bolton is going to take place the next Tuesday, a week tomorrow essentially. So not good. Just going to bring in some standard rotation for the players because we've got games thick and fast, and they are coming out of some all directions. So it's going to be some players we probably haven't seen before coming into the fold. But we've had Ludstrom has come in, as well as Hunt and Kirk are all going to play this game. I think we'll probably bring in Finney for Jones as well. So time to recover from that draw against Bolton, and we'll focus on the replay another time. But right now it's back to League 2 action against Macclesfield, who we should be able to dispose of. We've been in great form this season in the league. There's Porter. Kurt back in the side after what has been a couple of fairly underwhelming games from Meyer. Maybe he is actually better off the bench as an impact player. And here is Finney making his first team appearance. His first team appearance this season. Masulu and Jones and Green have held down those midfield roles really well. And that's a poor pass from our big African midfielder. The League 2 Yaya Toure even. I'm really enjoying playing with Masulu. Obviously he was our one and only summer signing from Oldham Athletic. After he had a phenomenal game against us. We didn't scout him. And he just came straight into the first team after a quick signing. That's a lovely bit of knock on from Kirk. The defender's going to track back nicely and stop Kirk's run dead in its tracks. Hopefully we'll be able to win this clearance from the goalkeeper. No, we can't, but we do intercept the resulting pass. And it's not great play. I'm pretty sure Macclesfield are going for promotion this season. I probably should have checked the table before, but we live and learn. Here is Kirk now. There's a good pass there from him. Can't play the 1-2. And that's Masulu being knocked off the ball. It's not something you see every day. Ooh, and that's a risky pass. And that's going to be a poor ball in. Skylines will collect it. Here is Green now. And Porter. Cut back inside. Nearly on the follow-up from Green. Being able to grab that, but he just couldn't get his leg out to it. And it's going to go out for a throw. Can we score from 2 consecutive corners? No, we can't. We should be able to get to this. There's Green. Masulu with an effort, and it's well over. Masulu did start off his season at Crewe with a couple of decent goals, but they have dried up ever since. Not that he is expected to get goals from his position line in the deep midfield. He's great at hounding the ball down though. I think him and Edwards in the midfield are going to be a good partnership next season when Edwards gets a little higher overall and improves his stats through training in the rest of this season. And here come Macclesfield now on an attack. Nolan with a world-class block. And that's going to allow us to clear the ball. Powell is going to be caught by Gomez here. But no, he's going to keep it on. Play it back in. Oh, and it's a poor ball. And just poor play again. I don't know what's up with me today. I'm not playing the smartest of passes, and it could end up costing our team. It's a really strange ball from Macclesfield. And he does bring it down nicely for Porter to control. Oh, and it's a Finney tried to get a glancing header on it. Probably not the man we wanted in that position. It's not the worst attempt in the world, but he didn't really catch the ball properly. That's going to be half time, 0-0. So with the game against Blackpool in mind, Porter is going to come off, as is Finney. For Perez, who's going to make his first team debut. And I think we're also going to bring on Griffiths for Kirk. The 3 changes at half time. Let's see if we can make a difference with the new players on the pitch. There's De Groot. There is the new Portuguese midfielder Perez. And he's going to get an assist with a great ball through from Masulu, who gets his first shot blocked and then catches up on the rebound. Lovely bit of play from Perez, controlling the ball. And that's a lovely little follow-up finish from Masulu. Just on the volley. Side foots it in, it's precise, it's low, and it's past the goalkeeper. So Perez making an instant impact. The new Portuguese midfielder from the youth academy. And we'll see how he continues to progress. Here he is again. Oh, and he nearly gets another assist out to De Groot with his deflection. Unfortunately, it ricochets out for a goal kick. Griffiths can just delay the attack. Oh, that's good defending. Griffiths to switch the play. It's quite a way behind Powell. And Masulu is in space there in the middle. Powell is going to win that, but can't get it on the follow-up. Macclesfield are really hard pressed here right now. They're in difficulty getting out of their own half. And they can't play it out anywhere. And De Groot is going to lose the ball. Didn't really have any support. Powell should win that, but it's not to anyone in particular. And Macclesfield are going to recollect in midfield. We've only got 25 minutes to go. I want to make sure we don't be giving anything away needlessly, or well, it's a strange header from Ludstrom. But thankfully Lancashire is going to collect that with somewhat relative ease. There is Perez now. And he's apparently, according to the ref, he's well dispossessed, but I thought that was a foul. It looked like he caught his leg. And that's going to be a good ball through. Nolan. Skylines decided to go on his holdies early and come out of his box. Thankfully he didn't go for the chip and he tried to square it across the box, and Ludstrom's going to get another decent header in. He's not doing too bad in place of the captain. And Masulu is going to play a ball out there to Powell, and that is a ball. A great pass there, and Powell should be able to finish this by himself. What a tackle from the Macclesfield defender. Probably took a little bit too long there. Maybe could have squared it to someone else in the box. Or taken it just... taken one less touch. It's probably a combination of the both, and poor ball control skills from the players. And we could come to regret that. Macclesfield are threatening to break away. We do have men back, and that should be Hunt's ball. That's the right back, who is debuting for Adebese today, giving him a rest with the rotation. That's a great challenge from Powell. And that's a really poor ball. Macclesfield are still threatening now. He's got the legs on Masuli, but he hasn't got the strength. It's a good ball out to Powell. There is Perez. And he can play a lovely ball over to the wing for Griffiths. Here is Green. Masulu on the follow-up. And Groot is going to be offside. I thought he was when I played the ball. Ooh. And a strange ball over. We're into 6 minutes of added time. We do win 1-0 against Macclesfield. Another 1-0 win in the league. Important, nonetheless. Anyway, we are straight out of that win against Macclesfield and into the cup tie against Blackpool. Winsell, De Graaf and Ainley all start in this game. Resting Jones, Masulu, Green, Masulu and Powell. So here we are against Blackpool in the third cup tie of this episode. And again, we just about had a second chance with Bolton, who I thought we would easily wipe away, so it's probably not wise to underestimate Blackpool as we did with Bolton. There we go. Looks like they are already getting at us. They're not holding back. But their final ball is poor. There's space here now for Powell to run down, or Ainley even. Powell isn't playing. That's a great ball through, and Meyer, oh! That was not even a shot, that was just his control. They've got their eye on Porter with his 3 goals in his last 3 matches. I'm going to put it right on the 6-yard line here and whip a nice ball in. That's straight to Porter. And he can get a touch on it to knock it onto Lancashire, who I had little to no idea what was going on then. That all happened so quickly. Let's have another look at that. Porter loses his marker, and he just, a glancing header, sees it land on the feet of Lancashire. I'm not even sure how much he knew about it. See, he just controls the ball, he doesn't even take the shot. And the centre-back gets a goal. So opening the scoring in slightly strange circumstances right there. It's going to be good interception from Crewe. And here is Porter. Jones. Ooh. Jones has really good ball control. He can flick the ball in almost any direction at really short notice. And that little brief flick of movement is enough to usually beat the other player. And the Barnes needs to be careful here. And here is Meyer now back in the team after being rested against Macclesfield. There's a good ball out to the wing there. Can't get onto it, and they are going to chase it down. Is that going to be our throw? It is. And Jones is very poorly dispossessed. Oh, but it's a poor ball. A terrible clearance from Alnwick. And he nearly puts into the back of his own net. by hitting it against Jones, who is there again with another great chase down. Now here is Meyer. Let's give him a shot. It's poor, but almost functioned as a cross in the end. There is Porter. Dispossessed again, just doesn't really have that ball control to turn in such a tight corridor. Oh, lovely play. De Graaf is going to get himself another goal this season. And just great goal, wasn't it, really? Just a wonderful goal. Let's have another look at it. Great ball through Porter. His touch is heavy, but he just lays it off for De Graaf, who finishes with his left foot. Unfortunately, he couldn't do that against Bolton. But he does just pass it past the Blackpool goalkeeper. And that is going to be 2-0. Good challenge by De Graaf. Really do like De Graaf in that midfield role. He's the only reason he's not in the first team all the time is because Jones, Green and Masula are all so good together. It's who do you replace him with? Or who does he replace, rather? Oh, and that's great tracking back from Wintle. And we can't, unfortunately, regain his possession. So just be careful here. The game isn't over, we're still in the first half, and they do have a chance to cross it in now. And they will do. Oh, a Nuttall with a really, really poor ball. Let's boot it long and get it out of our box. Porter should win that. He does, but Ainley is sitting very deep for a right winger to even think about collecting that. If he'd have been in position, then we might have had a little break on with him. That's going to be our throw right on half time. We should see the whistle. 2-0 half time. So we're going to play probably the first 10 minutes with this team. And then we're going to make 3 subs just to keep that rotation going and keep everyone as fresh as possible. I imagine Porter will probably come off so we can have him as fresh as possible for the game against Bolton. Just want to see what happens here against Blackpool first. That's going to be a good interception, good clearance, although it's not going to fall easily to us. And here is Ainley now. He should have the legs on Anderson. That he does. And we can whip a good ball in to Meyer, who is far back, and the cross is going to hit the post. And that seems like a good chance to make our changes. De Mendes is going to come on. Meyer is going to come on. And probably Jones is going to get a rest as well. Three changes now for 3 youths. I do need to edit their kits as well. I am going to do that, so don't worry. We'll go ahead and make their shirts untucked and give them little aesthetics so they're all not Youth Academy clones. So yeah, and this battle between Anderton and Ainley has been a really interesting one, and it's one that I think Ainley is losing over the grand scheme of things. Here's Kirk now to play that ball through, and it's a little bit loose. Lancashire there. Again, we do like Lancashire. He is a solid, absolute rock at the back. And of course, chipping in with a goal as well. Edwards. Oh, it's poor from the young lad, isn't it? Bloody hell. Nice little bit of skill to dribble past his man, but you cannot be putting balls like that into the box. Good interception from Edwards again. Make sure we don't shoot with him from ridiculous distance again. Oh, that's very, very nearly a penalty from Spearing. I don't know if that's Jay Spearing, who used to play for Liverpool. I imagine it is. He's probably found his level at Blackpool. And that's a good ball through, but just a little too heavy. Let's try to whack this out over for Kirk from Skylines, and he does get to him, but the header from Kirk is a little heavy, and De Mendes is going to win that. That's great. Challenging against Spearing, and here is De Graaf now. It's going to be knocked off the ball. And here is Ainley. Game isn't over yet. We can still quite easily concede 2 goals in 10 minutes, and we very nearly concede the first of them too. Just as I mentioned it, and Ainley does have space here in the wing now, and he probably can bomb past Anderton, and Anderton takes him out. That should be a booking for the Blackpool defender. It is. It's been an interesting battle on that right wing with them two today. Here is Edwards. He's just going to stop the ball in play and let the man run right past him. Here comes Nolan. Nolan is well out of position. Well, he is back now as we collect. Let's send Ainley down towards Anderton again. And there is someone there. De Graaf, I believe. And Lancashire is going to get a man of the match as well, which is interesting. And it looks as though Ainley is going to pick up a yellow card as well. Not really sure what that was for. Well, it looks as though now this is going to be an easy win. See if we can play one final ball through. Kirk's on the wing. That's going to be straight into the goalkeeper's arms, and that is going to be it when the goalkeeper kicks it away. There we go. There we go. For 4 minutes into added time, whatever. We do advance in the Leeson.com trophy against Blackpool with a good 2-0 win. Let's take a quick look at the table before we take on Mansfield Town. We are top of the table, although we have played a game extra than Colchester and Scunthorpe just beneath us. And even if they do win that game in hand, then we will still be a point clear of Scunthorpe, although Colchester could overtake us with a draw or a win. So right now we're going to play Mansfield, who are 4th and just 7 points behind us. So Chris Porter is still the joint top scorer now, with I think Williams from Forest Green. His goals have dried up in the league recently. He's got a few goals in the cup competitions for us, but really in the league he hasn't been scoring all too many goals. Not as many as we would ideally like. That's going to be intercepted by Pearce. We'll see how we do against Mansfield. These are going to be one of our promotion rivals, I think, in the long run. So a result here is pretty important. See if we can get a nice long ball out to Powell on the wing. Oh, not bad. He nearly managed to keep that in and control it, and Mansfield are just going to play it around the defence. Passing it around well at the minute, Mansfield. Green's going to get a good interception. Another good one there as well to put it out for a throw. I'm really hoping Meyer has a good game here as well, because since he's come into the first team to replace Kirk, he hasn't actually been all that effective. So I wonder if he's actually better off as, at least for now, as an impact player off the bench during the late game to get at the opposing fullbacks. We'll have to wait and see. We'll give him another couple of games in the first team, and then we might have to take him out again. There's a run being made there by Perry, who can nearly get to it, but Preston is going to intercept, and Mansfield trying to pass their way out of danger. It didn't work temporarily, but that's a great challenge from the defender. Lancashire can't make that interception, but Nolan can. It's a bit of a dodgy ball back across, but Masuda's going to lose the ball needlessly, and Lancashire, crucial interception. Mansfield trying to play it sweaty, and it's not really working out for them. We've got a chance to counter-attack here now. There's a run being made from Green. Oh, and Green's going to fire that wide. Was that a save? Let's have a lovely little ball over from Porter. Yes, it was a save. We are going to get a corner. And that's not far away from Porter. He should be doing better than that. He should be putting it on target from there. It's quite a ways wide in the end, unfortunately. Guys, let me know as well, for the people that are following this series, do you want to see our squad built entirely out of the Youth Academy? Or do you want to see us sign some starlets as well, such as people like Kubo and Greenwood, you know, some of the FIFA 20 Wonder Kids? Do you want to see them integrated into the squad maybe a little further down the line when we get into the Championship, or should we just keep it strictly Youth Academy and scout all our own first team? We know what you guys want to see from this series. It's a good ball in, but no one's going to deal with it. I think Nolan has quickly become my favourite centre-back of this side. He has been absolutely solid, and Green's going to make an interception there. See if we can play it out to him. Nice little 1-2 between Green and Porter. Oh, and Preston's going to get a good interception. Whip a first ball in. Oh, dangerously controlled by the Mansfield defender. Masulu can't bring it down, unfortunately, but Rose can very nicely. It's a little bit of a stalemate at the minute. Masulu's going to get a nice interception in there, and we can break again. There's just no pace on. No one's making a run, and we're dispossessed. I can't pass it to anybody. Adebayo's is going to totally mistime his challenge. Smith is on the wing. He's got the legs against Nolan. Lancashire's there to clean up. Only out as far as McDonald, though. McDonald's done a nice little turn. He's feeding it into Davis with a shot. Escalana makes the save right on half-time. Important. Mansfield corner. It's a poor delivery, and Jones is going to clear it out. Not to too many people, though. Let's just get it clear. That's going to signal half-time. We're going to make a couple of changes. Kirk is going to come in. Edwards is as well. And De Mendes is going to come on. Purely because we have the replay with Bolton midweek. So we want to make sure we're as fresh as possible for that. That's going to be a lovely little interception from De Mendes. And he can skip past his man. Not bad from the young Portuguese forward. He's still waiting his first goal. He had a glorious opportunity a couple of games ago. But that's a great challenge from Kirk. Already the substitutions making themselves known in the game. Oh, and that's not a bad turn from De Mendes. He's only just dispossessed. Mansfield are definitely dangerous going forward. There is a reason they are sat fourth. They're not the biggest pushovers, and with Colchester having that game in hand, I really wanted to get 3 points from this game. But it's not over yet. Green's going to make a good challenge there. He's going to feed it through to Kirk. He's just going to dance past. That's going to be a foul. Kirk was fouled on the ball. Play it out into Edwards in the midfield of the park. That's a great challenge from Bishop. And we're spread out here now. Mansfield using the width of the pitch to pull us apart. Feeds it through to Davis. Lancashire's going to be on him like shit on a blanket. He's going to dispossess him though. That's a strange header. Green's going to keep chasing that ball down. He is an absolute bulldog in the middle of the park. There's Davis now. Hamilton. Adebayosi again. Like, we are really good at defending this team. Masula's going to try and get a foot in, but the ball was just a little too heavy from Kirk. And right now it is all Mansfield. I've got a feeling they're going to break through here. Green can't make that challenge. Lancashire's going to come in. Masula's going to get that away. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be pulled back. That should be a booking. It is. We're going to pull in a striker as well. We're going to go full attacking now. I want to use the stamina of these substitutes to try and push through. There's Edwards. Tries to go for the first time shot, but Mansfield defender just about gets a toe on it to stop. Mansfield confidently passing it out from the back. And that's a poor pass out to the wing. It's going to concede possession back to us. And here is Edwards. I'm going to be using his pace a little bit to get him into the box. It's a poor ball from Green. Into Masulu. It's a poor shot, isn't it? It's absolutely crap. It's absolutely crap. Hasn't been the most vintage performance from Crewe today. And like I've said before, we had an excellent start to the season. We have somewhat dropped off a little bit. We are still top, but Colchester have closed what was a considerable gap. And with still plenty more of the season left to play, you're wondering how much closer is it going to become. There's no one in the middle of the park here at all. Powell's going to win it though. Oh, and he's put it wide. The ball was ricocheting all over the place then. I just tried to bend it in that far corner. It's not far wide in the end, but kind of panicked as the ball fell to Powell. We've only got a couple of minutes at a time, and Mansfield are in possession. And that's going to be it. A boring 0-0. So now we have the replay against Bolton. So straight into the replay against Bolton. The team to play, Adebayosi, is going to come out for Hunt, I think. And then Maya is going to concede his place again to Kirk. We'll bring him off the bench as an impact player. But I really want to try and advance here. So we now have home advantage in this FA Cup tie. I'm hoping, we are obviously advancing very well in the Carabao Cup and the Leasing.com trophy as well. It'd be nice to go further in the FA Cup, but if we do get knocked out, we do still have 2 other domestic fronts to fight on. And Kirk's going to whip in a decent ball there, and it's cleared by Bolton. Only as far as Green back out on this wing though. And there's space there for Lancashire. Ooh, the centre-back with a driven shot, but he gets under it. And it's not a bad effort in the end. He's not too far over either. You could have slammed that into the roof of the net had he been a little bit closer. As he did grab his first goal this episode already. Yeah, League 2, Nemanja Vidic. And Powell's got a run on here. Out to Perry. That's a great ball out to I think it was green, and Kirk is on this wing again. Let's keep Bolton stretched here. It's going to go out for another corner from Brockbank. Of course, the reverse fixture was a 1-1 draw. And that's a strange header from Powell. It will be a goal kick. Powell should keep that in. Nope, it's just going to go out. He's going to make a interception there, though. No, Bolton score. Skylines coming off his line to close the distance. A mistake has cost us a goal in the FA Cup. Just simple through ball. Skylines comes out, but he can't close that distance in time. And Hall scores. Work to do. He's going to move it around nicely in the middle of the park now. You can definitely see the increase in difficulty with the recent patch to ultimate difficulty. Here is Green. He's just kind of shoved off the ball there. Thankfully they did boost out for a throw, so we will retain possession. And here is Jones. It's not a decent ball through to Powell. It was easily intercepted. So you can give it back to Jones here now. Let's try whip something in for Green to get on the end of. That's a bad foul. There's going to be a yellow card for the Bolton man. For Politic. And see if we can maybe whip in a lofted ball for someone to get on the end of, which they can't. A little bit annoying. Hunt is going to win that header and bring it down. We can possibly break here now. Bolton just have so many players behind the ball. It's difficult to find any space. Perry Young's going to be taken out there. As that's going to be another booking for a Bolton player. There's 2 in the first half. Maybe we can try and bait a red card out of them. Let's whip it far post. That's a poor crossing. It's going to go out for a corner. Crowd are getting behind us. Whip something in. Oh, and again, Porter from the headed corner. He really has to do better. He's right in front of his man. He's lost his marker and it's terrible. Maybe have to work on his heading. I don't really want to waste training sessions on a first team player. And here is Powell now. Oh, and that's great defending. Or is it poor finishing? You can decide. It's a nice little ball through, but Porter just couldn't connect with it properly. We can definitely get through Bolton's defence. They're not invincible, but we don't get many of those opportunities, and when you do, you really have to take them. They're coming at us again now. Perry's going to have to stop this run from Weir, which he does, and he can't keep it in. That's a decent ball from Masulu. Perry can't quite keep it under our control though. Trying to counter-attack down that right wing. Here is Masulu again with another good interception. Go on, lad. And Powell's got all the space in the world right now to bomb onto this. Kirk is free. Oh, and it's a terrible ball. It's a terrible ball. Kirk is inches away from connecting with it. You can hear the Crewe crowd booing that cross. It's a wasted opportunity. Another one goes begging. And Powell should get to this. He can. Great little pass. Let's get some fast play going on here now. Let's work it out to Green. There's space there for Kirk to run into. Politics defends. Let's try and whip something naughty in. It's not out to anyone in particular. Jones will keep it in. And there's absolutely nobody in the box. Hunt goes for a shot, but it's blocked and it's terrible. What a crap first half from Crewe. Changes needed at half time. So Kirk is going to switch places with Powell, who has been somewhat underwhelming. Actually, no, he's not. We're going to bring Meyer on the right in his natural position. Jones is going to come off for De Graaf. And we'll leave it there for now. We'll see if we can bring any more impact players on maybe later in the second half. So this is it. I'm sat forward in my seat and we're ready for the second half against Bolton. Remember, we did go 1-0 down in the first fixture. Obviously now we are forced into a replay, which is not particularly great for my players' fitness with such a busy month on. We do have Salford and Scunthorpe after this as well. Scunthorpe obviously another one of our promotion rivals this season. But for right now we've got poor Green running through. There is space. And that's Masulu on the end of that, but it's a little too heavy and Matthews is going to collect that with no real trouble. Porter can't get past Edwards, unfortunately. And there was another great chance and Hunt is being done. And we've got Bolton breaking against us now. He's going to whip that in surely. Nolan, wonderful glancing header to put it behind for a corner. It's important that he made that challenge. And it's in off the post from the corner. Oh. None of his teammates are celebrating with him. Maybe they're all Crewe fans. It's shite defending, isn't it? Kirk is on Zuma. And he's got 3 players around him. There's a man on the wrong post. And it's 2-0. Big mountain to climb. Let's go all out attacking now. We've got no other choice. Just going to have to hope some of our players make some decent runs. Here is Kirk now with a nice bit of control. He's going to lose it out to Zuma, who just got the assist, of course. I don't think that's Kurt Zuma, is it, who plays for Chelsea? I don't think he would go on loan. Or even sign for Bolton. Oh, Perry, what are you doing, son? That's really bad control from the captain. Here is De Graaf now into Masulu. Into Green. It's not a bad ball in, but again, there's no real aerial threat from our players. And look at that, just the Bolton players chasing the ball down, and there's pretty much nothing I can do against that kind of relentless pressing. Well, it's not over yet. Meyer's got a chance down the wing now. He can whip something in for Porter, who's in the middle. But it's going to go for De Graaf, and De Graaf is going to put it in the back of the net. On 71 minutes played. Kind of an attack out of nothing. I was totally aiming for Porter, but he brings it down his chest and just, on the turn, puts it in the back of the net from point blank range. What a great bit of control from the Dutchman. And that's 2-1 with 20 minutes left to play. Super subs, Meyer and De Graaf, the 2 Dutchmen, combine into half the deficit. Game on. Here we go, Green straight on the ball there. Here is the goal scorer, De Graaf. He's going to feed it through to Green. He's going to be dispossessed. We can keep the pressure on though. It should be no one's ball, or Hunt. There's Kirk. That's not a bad ball out to De Graaf either. And Here is Porter. He's going to be dispossessed by Edwards again, just trying to wriggle away from his man, but Edwards has been great in their defence today. Maybe we can have a look at signing him. That's a decent ball in, but it's unfortunately meets the head of a Bolton defender. 10 minutes to go. Here's De Graaf. That's going to be a decent ball in. It's a terrible bit of control from Brockbank. And Green's going to collect it, and it's well too deep, and it goes out for a goal kick. We do have one more substitution to make, so let's see if we can bring maybe Edwards on in the midfield. He can maybe hound down the ball, though he doesn't have that much time to make a difference now. Maybe should have brought him on a little bit earlier. Final 5 minutes now. This is probably going to be our last attack. It's not what I wanted De Graaf to do. He receives the ball and then boots it away. And that's probably going to mark the end of the game, is it not? No, it's not, because no one's going to get a great interception. He's going to play it through to Maya. Who has De Graaf in the middle. He's got a number of options. Edwards. It's deflected and into the keeper's arms, and that is going to mark the end of the game. Really, really poor attacking play from Crewe today. And it's not over yet. Porter can't play it through to Masulu. How many chances do we need? Shit performance. No other way to describe that apart from poor, poor, and poor. We crash out of the FA Cup. We are at risk of losing 3 players: James Jones, David Richards and Nicky Hunt. Hunt and Richards are not too bothered about. I would like to keep James Jones, so we probably will renew his contract shortly. Next up, Stevenage. So after some woeful defending against Bolton in the FA Cup replay, we now have to try and keep a clean sheet in the league and hope not give away too many silly mistakes. Obviously conceding that goal from a really weak through ball down the middle. And then the second from a corner. We'll have to try and do something here. And Maya's made a nice little run. And Green has made some space for himself. That's not a bad bit of control from Maya, who tries a little flicked volley, but he can't really connect with it. For the Stevenage goalkeeper to collect. There is Masulu. There is Masulu, and he's going to put it over from 16, 17 yards. Again, he gets under it. There's definitely, as we're progressing through the season and players are becoming tired, there's a noticeable lack of quality. Well, I don't really know what you expect when you play with a half-star team like Crewe are. We have been playing far above expectations this season, so to be kind of playing at our level now is expected. Although I'm making it sound worse than it is, we still are in the Leeson.com Trophy and the Carabao Cup, which we do have the semi-final fixture against Liverpool, which will be another Premier League opponent. That's all we've faced in that competition. Of course, we've already knocked out Leicester, Arsenal and Norwich. And now we have 2 legs to try and beat Liverpool. Well, that's not till January yet, so it'll probably be next episode that we take on the Carabao Cup finals, semi-finals. Anyway, forget about that. Carter is making a break down the wing for Stevenage. They played it back in to Iddington in the middle. Carter's going to come back in to collect it. Again, there's good play here. They're passing it around very unpredictably. It's kind of hard to read their play. Lags is going to make an interception. It's going to go out to Maya, who should have the legs to run with this and beat the Stevenage man. He does. He wants to get on the right side of him here. He has beaten him. It's excellent play. Masulu's there as well. Masulu's going to shoot, and it's absolutely crap again from the midfielder. A little bit out of form at the minute. When he first joined the team, he was an absolute rock in that midfield, but for right now, I don't know if the dynamic potential system is having its way with him. But his passes and his shots, when you look back at the start of the season, probably would have gone in, but for right now they're all over the show. There's a nice run there from Green. Porter can't feed it through. It's going to be cleared. And the Stevenage crowd are getting behind their team. It's going to be a poor ball in. Skylines will collect. Quick distribution out to Meyer. He's going to feed this into Green. Green is going to be on the end of this. I don't know whether a change of formation is needed. That's a great ball through for Porter. Back to Green. Green does that a load. He doesn't have the legs to make it up to that final ball. It's definitely a weakness in the midfield. And that's going to be offside. No one does put it in. But that's not going to count. Stevenage are playing 5 at the back. So in that case, I might want to switch to another forward up front. No, my wingers aren't really getting in behind their wing backs, so we're going to do attacking fullbacks on the attacking instructions and get some players to get behind their wing backs and hopefully create a bit of extra support for that midfield. Green is going to collect it, but his control isn't great again. And there's just no real creativity happening at the moment. There is Masulu again. Not going to bother shooting with him. Ooh, Green's going to get a nice little shot off though, and that wasn't far away by the looks of it. Let's have a little look. Little first time collection. He wraps his foot around it, and that is on target. It's a good save from the Stevenage keeper. So the ball in here. It's going to go out to Lancashire to get his head on it, but no dice. Now here is Powell. Oh, it's not far away at all. But again, just a lack of accuracy. Not clinical enough, I'm afraid, boys. Stevenage are going to bomb forward with these wing backs. Need to make sure that our wingers are tracking them as well. We don't want to get overwhelmed. That's going to mark half time. I'm going to make no changes. I'm pretty happy with the way things have been going. I can't think of anyone who's going to dramatically shake things up. Porter's going to make a nice interception there. And Green is just being chased down again. To lose the ball, Green's got to come off. His game today has been shocking. He's got low stamina. I'm going to bring Edwards on for a game. See how he does. And maybe if Green is going to continue to play the way he is, I am a big fan of Edwards. Maybe we can bring him into the first team. But for right now, pretty much everyone is a little bit underwhelming. Lancashire's going to have to make a run out to Stokes here. That's a great challenge from Perry. Masula's going to get onto the end of it. We do have a chance to break here, unless Porter gives the ball back to fucking Stevenage. There we go. Got the ball back now. Debaji's coming forward as that attacking fullback. Powell's here as well. Perry isn't making the best of runs. He needs to be further forward than that. Oh, that's a nice ball through from Powell. But Fernandez does get the vital interception to keep it away. Let's get another ball in. It's going to be offside shortly. No, it's not. We will win a corner. Let's whip this in. Meyer. It's going to be into the keeper's hands. You can only punch it clear though. Here is Nolan. Powell can't quite collect it. And it's going to be out, although Porter does have a lot of space here in the box to pop a ball in. It's going to be fisted out again. And all the way to no one, in fact. That is quite the punch away. Let's see if we can switch the play. And what a dire pass from Nolan. Absolutely shocking from the key centre-back. And Stokes is going to be offside there. We're going to bring Kirk on for Powell. Again, just our front line really drying up. Where are the goals going to come from? Maybe a change of formation is in order. Edwards can very nearly get onto that. And that's going to be a free kick for Stevenage for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Play it across the field now. It's going to be a poor clearance, out for a throw. Conceding possession straight back into us. So everyone out there for Kirk, who's going to nearly make the interception, but he just can't bring that second bounce under his control. There's Masula with a slide challenge. He's going to totally miss it. Oh, and Guthrie is through. Adabaisi. What a challenge. Absolutely crucial. Porter can't feed that through again. It's just a total lack of any football intelligence, and that's going to be a free kick for Stevenage. But what a block from Adabaisi that was. Is he going to get a card here? I think Masula is going to get booked. Yes, he is. It's poor ball out again. It's really bad quality. It feels as though someone has played with the sliders off camera. Let's have that. Here's Jones now. Maya's got to be making a decent run for him to be worthwhile. He's going to turn his man. He can play a nice ball in for Green, who whips it, or Kirk I think even. We're going to bring Masula off, just in case he does pick up that second yellow card in the last minute of the game. And this is pretty much the last chance saloon now. It's not 21 of great significance. We should get the throw. We do. Let's go back to Maya. Whip something in. It's straight into the hands of Bastion, and that's going to be the game. Another disappointing 0-0 draw. 2 points from a possible 6. It's not ideal. It really isn't ideal. Some training now, and De Groot and Van den Bosch are both going to go in overall. And Edwards, De Graaf and Maya also getting some nice growth as well. So we are now away against Salford. And I feel as though I have to make some changes here against Salford. Porto has been somewhat out of form, so De Menezes is going to get a chance to play here. And Green hasn't been outstanding either, so I'm going to actually bring in De Graaf and Edwards and Wintle into that midfield three, who will also receive a bit of nice rotation for the game against Scunthorpe, which is coming up after this. And in hindsight of that, I'm going to bring on some of the new youth players into the bench. Maybe they can get some time over the course of this game as well. So here we go, up against Salford, who are currently sat around 10th in League 2. So mid-table outfit, although they're not that far off the automatic promotion places. The distance between kind of 6th, well, from like 5th down to 3rd and 4th isn't really that great. There's only 5 or 6 points in it. They're going to come forward now. Salford are a good team. There's a lot of, if anyone else has been following Master Bucks' Salford City career mode, they do look like a fun career. I'll probably try them out eventually off camera. And Adabaisi is coming down our wing though in our career mode. He's going to do his man. He can lay it off there for, what's that, Maya making the run. There's Edwards. Here's Wintle. De Menezes. Wintle again. There's no one Pass it through for De Graaf. He's going to get a deflected shot away. It's going to be a corner. Still need to change the appearance of these youth players. That's going to be out for a goal kick. A pretty poor header from Perry. You really need to pick up 3 points in this game, I feel. I feel as though with Colchester winning most of their fixtures, we have to be pretty on form. We don't really want to have to go to playoffs with this squad. I think automatic promotion is absolutely the goal. And Skylines is going to collect that after a bit of a dummy pass from the defender tracking back. Here is Wintle. De Menezes now. Portuguese forward who has made a lovely little run forward. And he can't get his first goal. He's just not... couldn't really get the straight line run on him to keep his speed up, and he's dispossessed just as he enters the box. And now Salford are going to counter. No one's going to come out to the wing. He's going to force him to play it back. And Edwards will dispossess. And Maya's got all the space in the world. On the right, left. And he's going to put it away wonderfully. What a goal. Finally, we have been able to score the last 2 games. And a great run from him. All the space. He's bombing forward. Great driven low shot from him, from a youth academy player. That's a cracking finish. It's accuracy, it's powerful, and it's low. Exactly what you want from a winger's shot. And T.S. Meyer is going to grab his 5th goal in League 2 this year. Be interesting to see where he finishes in the scoring charts. If Chris Porter doesn't pull his finger out, he may well end up as our top scorer. Oh, and Powell should be making that interception, surely. He just let it run straight past him. Ooh, and that's a bit of an unnecessary save from Jääskeläinen. I feel as though he could have caught that shot from Salford. Let's have a look at this. Maybe not. It's a little bit high. It's got some pace on it. It was a save that needed to be made, though. And that's a deep corner. It's going to be out only. Back to Jones. And that's a bad challenge from Edwards, isn't it? He's going to be booked for that, he is. Nicholas Edwards, lucky lad. Wasn't the best challenge. It's another deep free kick as well from Salford. We can keep that though. Well collected by Jääskeläinen. There is Wintle now. Already making much better runs. Granted, the final product isn't quite there yet, but better runs than Masulu has been. Maybe competition for the African. You know, Torre is going to come down the wing here. He's going to whip that in. Jääskeläinen will easily collect. See if we can send something through for Maya to run onto here. Maya is going to be outrun by Wiseman. It's not what you love to see, although he is going to force him out of play to win possession back. There is Maya just arsing about with Wiseman now, and I'm already liking this midfield combination so much more, and he's just taken out there trying to lay the ball back off for, I think it was Edwards lying in wait just behind the box there. But this midfield 3 just feels so much faster. I think he's going to be offside there, isn't he? Yeah, he is. It's a poor ball anyway. But the midfield 3 of Edwards, De Graaf and Wintle just feels a lot smoother. A lot quicker. The passes are quicker. The players are quicker. Everything's better. It's going to be half time though. Let's move on to the second half. No changes. Edwards will probably come off, I imagine, in this half to save himself a suspension. Here's Powell. We are winning, don't forget, so we don't need to be overly aggressive. Coming out here, see if we can string together some nice passes between De Graaf And Edwards. I'm really enjoying playing with these lads. They are rather tasty players. That's a poor ball in. And Adam Rooney is not going to be dispossessed easily. He's going to win a free kick. That's a strange ball from Salford. Dangerous. That's a great ball out. See if we can switch the play now. Maya is free out on the wing there. It's terrible control from him. Bounces off him. Touch of Lukaku. And that's going to be a good counter-attack from Salford, who just drag it wide. There's Perry coming down the wing. Nice little turn to send his man the wrong way. Here is the Menzies, who apart from that first half opportunity hasn't had too much involvement. That's a good ball, if not the ball I wanted to play. And again, Meyer and Powell just playing 1-2 on the wings here. Adabai's is going to pop up and deliver it to nobody. Well, Powell is going to get his face on that to stop it from going any further down the pitch. Adabai's, De Menzies can't get his shot away, but it's going to be collected. And time to make some substitutions. So Edwards is going to come away for Perez, De Groot for De Menzies, and then Kirk for Meyer. 3 changes with 20 minutes left to go. We'll save Meyer's stamina for the game against Scunthorpe, and then it's a good opportunity to give some game time to our youth players. Risky, you might think, at 1-0 up, but this is a youth career mode. And De Groot's played a lovely ball through for Wintle, who's going to put it wide. Oh, you hate to see it. Look at that. Shocking. Massive chance. A lovely little chip ball through from De Groot with his first contribution in the game. But was not to be, unfortunately. One of the Dutch generation of 19 that's coming through right now. That's a crap pass, and Kirk should be able to keep that in. Just about, but he can't get past his man with a couple of step overs. Nearly got through. That's going to be a good tackle from Lancashire. Now here is Powell breaking through. Salford are caught. Through ball. 2-0. Perez grabs his first goal for the club. The Portuguese midfielder. Special moment. Good to see. Great counter-attacking play. And crazy that our youth kids are the ones getting the goals. Meyer and Perez with both the goals today. Made a nice run from that midfield position. Right into the bottom corner. Simple finish, 2-0. Fabio Perez with his first goal for the club. Now we've just got a few more minutes to play down with Salford. Don't really want to see them grab a consolation goal. And Lancashire's going to see that they don't. We could have another break on here now. All the space in the world again for Powell. Who is going to have the legs. And he's going to put it into the top left corner. What a wonderful finish. Another great counter-attack, and that's going to be big for our goal difference. With it being so close with Colchester. Salford caught on the counter attack again. He just stops, finds his target, and puts it top bins. He's not far from putting it over, you know. But goal nonetheless, 3-0. It's going to be a good interception from Perez again. And we may be in again here. Here is De Groot now with his chance. He's going to be tackled. Another ball in. And that's going to be it. It's going to finish 3-0 to Crewe. Great result. And the last action of this episode, which has been a long one. This is done over 2 recording sessions. Scunthorpe at home. And Scunthorpe were in the promotion push right now, but they have dropped away significantly down to 7th. With Walsall and Port Vale replacing them in the race. Colchester are top with a game in hand by 2 points. But let's forget about that for a minute and play Scunthorpe at home. So it is going to be the usual first teamers. Meyer is on the wing with the midfield trio of Green, Masulu and Jones. Although after playing that midfield 3 of De Graaf, Edwards and Wintle, I am very much leaning towards making them the first team players. It was a lovely little midfield combo. And that's a pretty shit pass through from Porter to Masulu, who was making the run. And we've got Green on the ball now. There's Porter, who can nearly collect it. It's a bit of a scrappy interchange in the box, but we do manage to come away with it through a throw in. There's Paul Green, he's going to get chased off the ball. See if we can work possession a little bit and find an opening. Scunthorpe do have 10 men behind the ball right now. And that's going to be a lovely little ball from Porter. Oh, he's going to keep it off the line. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Unbelievable scenes at Court Lane. There's a lovely little run through from him. Nice little interchange. I think it was with Masulu. And he couldn't quite make it. Skylines going to come out and clear that. Cannot believe that. We should have been 1-0 up. VAR review, please. And that's a terrible throw from Scunthorpe. And even worse, pass from Green. Straight into Dales. Straight into the Yorkshire Dales. Might as well have been that far from Crewe. Let's grab Powell. Here is Perry, who can't find a ball through to the on-running Powell, but it's going to fall to Jones. There's all space in the world there for Perry, and there's absolutely 0 people in the box. Powell's going to try and cut back inside, but he's going to be easily dispossessed by McCartney. And Advice is going to get a touch on that, but that is going to be Skylines' ball. Come and get it, you tit. What? Keep it AI in FIFA 20. There you go. He had all the space in the world and he's just booted it out for a corner. Anyway. Comes to nothing for Scunthorpe. It's a good ball from Green, and that is going to be a foul. It's going to be pulled back. I just feel like this really isn't our best midfield. Maybe I've been tricked by the game into thinking that it is, although that is a nice pass from Masulu. I can't argue with that. And if Powell would have passed the ball like I asked him to, he may have been through there, but we will retain possession for about 2 seconds before Scunthorpe give me the Jimmy round. Powell is having to track back here in the absence of Perry. And he's going to track back wonderfully and collect that ball with a wonderful distributing pass to Green, who refuses to pass it when I ask it. I don't know if my controller is breaking here, but passes are not being made that are being requested. And that's a decent ball in, although there's no Scunthorpe player on the end. And that's a great save from Skylines. It was offside anyway, but nonetheless, it was a save that had to be made from that kind of position. And again, just the touches between this midfield three compared to what I would consider the rotated second midfield are just lacking the pass, and Powell's going to skip past a wonderful challenge there. He can whip it in very deep for Porter to collect it. And he heads it into the arms of the goalkeeper. And I don't know, you know. Maybe this first team needs a bit of a shake-up. Right, James Jones there. It's just a crap pass, isn't it? It is just a crap pass. We are, in fact, going to test the theory. Edwards and De Graaf and Wintle are all going to come on, and we'll see how they compare against the usual three in this second half. So it's time to go. Scunthorpe at home, 7th place. We should be beating these with relative ease, and we'll see if my preferred midfield trio makes any kind of difference. I mean, I wouldn't, get me wrong, Masulu, Green and Jones are great players to have coming off the bench if you need them, which we, of course, we will use them for, but if it means more game time for De Graaf and Edwards, obviously two of our youth players this season, then absolutely they will be making their starts. So now here's Edwards forcing it out for a corner. I doubt you'd see Jones doing that. Here is Wintle. That's going to be a good ball out to Meyer. That's a poor ball out, but Wintle is going to intercept it. And here is Porter now. It's going to be blocked. Wintle's tracking back with the runner. Would we see Masulu back here? That's the question. No, I just can't find a way to get the ball off them. Is that a weakness of this midfield? Are we now losing more possession? Or sacrificing possession for speed? Is that something that this midfield has over the other? No one's going to get a nice tackle in. No nonsense defending from Nolan. Maybe no nonsense Nolan is his nickname, and that's going to be offside, is it, from Porter? Yes, it is, and he kills the counter-attack dead in its tracks. Just that ball was too late. I mean, that would have been through on goal there, and surely you would think the first goal of the game. That's a shite ball through from Meyer, isn't it? Here is De Graaf. Final 20 minutes now against Scunthorpe. Has been a long month of football for these players. I'm sure we'll have a look ahead to January after this game and see what we've got coming up. So a good ball through from Edwards. And there's space now for Powell. He's going to feed it back in. And again, it's a shit pass, isn't it? It's just... there's no accuracy with any of the passing from these players. And granted, it was a through ball for him to run onto, but it's just... there's no pace on it. It's just a weak fart of a ball that rolls right into the opposition players' defence. Maybe laying off those balls on the wing isn't the way to go, but Powell had nowhere else to go, but that doesn't matter for right now because Scunthorpe are going to get a shot away just wide. not the ideal scenario. We're going to send fullbacks forward and tell people to get in the box now. It's going to be the last chance saloon with the Graf on the ball. And he's going to lose it as well. So my theory is being debunked right now, isn't it? That this midfield three haven't done anything particularly special or better than the other three. Maya does have space on the wing if he can run onto it, but the ball is too short from Skylines. It looks as though we are going to have to settle for another draw here unless Scunthorpe can do something with this attack. No, they can't, because No Nonsense Nolan is in the way. Winter's going to play a ball out through for Porter. We're going to control that nicely. And Powell now. He's just going to cut on the out, whip a ball in, something. It's to the only Scunthorpe player in the box, and De Graaf can't play the ball through, and that's going to mean half time and another 0-0 draw. I have to apologise, guys, for the lack of goals, really, don't I? It's been dry as a nun's minge, to say the least. So after an incredibly busy month in December, we are now sitting second, 4 points behind Colchester, who still have a game in hand, and they have now scored considerably more goals than us, alongside Walsall as well, who have 41 goals. They're actually the highest goal scorers in the league. Interesting. It's still relatively tight in the top four, with obviously the top three in the automatic promotion spots, or the top two rather, with the third place, 4th, 5th and 6th playing for the final promotion space. Let's have a look further ahead into what's coming up in January, and again another very busy month. We have Carlisle to kick the month off, followed by Exeter City, followed by the first leg against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. That's going to be a good game. And then Swindon, Cheltenham, Scunthorpe again. That'll be the reverse fixture away to Scunthorpe, and then finishing off the month with the second leg tie against Liverpool in the semi-final, which will hopefully see us through to the final. Otherwise, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a long one. Let me know if you like this format of doing entire months in one episode, especially when we have super busy months like that. If you guys are finding them way too long and tedious to watch, then we can cut them down. But I'm going to wrap it up and leave it there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.